Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie, and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And I just wanted to pop on here really quick and just do a quick tarot reading for the weekend. And something black is on my desk, you guys. I don't know what it is, probably from the candle. Okay, so what can we expect to see this weekend? Military leader and NATO. We keep getting NATO coming up. What else do we have here? I hope you guys are all having a nice weekend. We have Israel. We have educational institution, female athlete, prisoner. Okay, let's do one more keyword card. And big pharma. I had gotten either in the monthly reading or a weekly reading that there was going to be a big breakthrough, a medical or pharmaceutical breakthrough, and it looked really, really good. So, okay, now that we have these, let's move to our governance oracle and see if we can get a little bit clearer on what we can expect this weekend. If you guys are ever curious to know what decks I'm using, if you go to my website, which is just bobbiereads.com, I have a page with all of the different decks that I use, and it has all of their pictures, and then you click on it and it'll give you the deck info. Okay, so let's see what we can know for this weekend. What does Spirit have for us? We have voice of the people. People speaking up this weekend. This could be protests. This could be more people speaking up about what's going on with just different things in the country, where people are like, no, we've had enough. We want to have some answers. We have bottomless money pit. There has been some stories that have come out about Kristi Noem, and I've gotten in our readings Kristi Noem mismanaging money really, really badly. And I just feel like that's going to start to come out. The other thing I'm really curious about is what is Trump doing with the tariffs? And I'm curious to know if he's using tariff money to build the ballroom. That is kind of what I'm thinking, because when the court said, you're going to need to send this money back, he said, we absolutely can't do that. We've made investments. We've done this. We've done that. We wouldn't be able to send that money back. And I'm wondering where it is. Where's the money? External influence, outside sources, outside influence, determining what is happening here in the U.S. Israel is becoming, they've been extremely problematic. So a lot of people don't know the history of Israel, and it was Palestine, and it had been under Byzantine control, and different rulers had come in and conquered the area. And in the early 1940s, I believe, now I could be wrong, okay, but the land, that area, was under the control of Britain. And after World War II, the U.S. was a very big part of taking that land, which was Palestine, which had been inhabited by Palestinians for 1,000 years, and saying, this land is now Israel. So Israel's only been around since the 1940s. I mean, this version of Israel, right? And there was a lot of very weird stuff that was going on behind the scenes. There was James Forrestal, who was the Secretary of Defense or something like that. He was very much against Israel becoming Israel. And they said that he jumped from the naval hospital in Bethesda, that he, had gone crazy. Well, no, they killed him. They threw him out the window because he was against it. There is something going on. And with Israel, we know that they have so much compromising material on people. And I think a lot of it is going to tie back to the Epstein files, because we have Jeffrey Epstein very much was probably Mossad. And we know that he was filming what was going on in his house. So they have all of this dirt on all of these very powerful people, which is how I think they're able to do the things that they're doing. So it's really important to know that that's going on in the background. We have briefed in command. I am very curious to see what is going on with JD Vance. I feel like they're prepping him to step in. Trump's days are numbered. They are absolutely numbered. We have leadership battle. This is that battle of, who's going to be in control. A lot of people in MAGA don't think that Vance is charismatic enough to carry off that, that switch. We have peace treaty. I'm wondering if there's some infighting going on behind the scenes for this leadership battle, and perhaps they're going to do some kind of a truce behind the scenes. This can also be talking this weekend about creating a peace treaty. I'm wondering if somehow NATO is going to get involved with the Venezuela thing. I know I've said it a few times, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like other people might start to get involved. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to move these out of the way, and I want to pull some What's the Tea Oracle for each of these, because we didn't get a very clear, actually, you know what? No, I want to use my Forecaster Oracle. This is my new Trish James Forecast Oracle deck, and it's amazing. Love this. This one is on my website too. It is the very last deck. Okay, so you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, can we get clarification on military leader, please, Spirit? What can we know about this military leader? We have developing now in motion. So something is going on behind the scenes with a military leader. Can we get one more card? We have two. We have multi-source perspective, many viewpoints, and downgrade alert. Don't panic. Interesting. I'm wondering if there's going to be someone who steps down. I'm wondering if we're going to have a military leader step down this weekend, where they don't believe in the mission that Trump is trying to enact. I think this is going to come down to Venezuela, but I feel like we will see a military leader either this weekend or the beginning of next week resign. Okay, so now I want to look at NATO. Can we get some interesting information on NATO? Succession plan, next phase. You guys, we got this for NATO before. This is, okay, so I feel like, because the UK is no longer sharing some intelligence with the United States, I feel like NATO is making plans for what will happen after the US leaves NATO. And I don't think we're going to leave on our own accord. I almost feel like we're going to be removed from NATO. But NATO, they are making plans behind the scenes. This may take some time to play out. So it might not be something that we see this weekend, but I can guarantee you there's meetings or things going on behind the scenes where they're trying to figure out what the next move is. Now, can I get clarification, Spirit, please, for Israel? Okay, we have differences divide, irreconcilable. This goes down to the differences between the Israeli people and the Palestinian people. And I think it's irreconcilable on the side of Israel, not on the side of Palestine. The Palestinians want this over, I'm sure. And, everyone equates Palestine to Hamas, and that is not accurate. Hamas does not represent all of Palestine, and innocent people are being murdered every day. Defensive mobilization, tactical response. We are going to see continued military action, and I think this weekend might be an extremely bad weekend for the people of Gaza and West Bank. West Bank there are things happening there that are very concerning, and it's not getting enough airtime, okay? Okay, so now for educator, education, institution, can we get some clarification on what this could be, Spirit? Social control, social media. Educational institutions may be putting some kind of parameters or something on social media, a new idea to help. I think this is to help kids, like college students who are having, oh, you guys, I'm wondering if this is putting in that spyware through the schools, using the schools. So there's this spyware that ICE has been using where if you go to a protest and you have your phone, they can somehow access into your phone and get a lot of information. And this was technology that Biden actually prohibited being used by the government. And once Trump came into office, those were quietly rolled back. And now ICE is using that technology. So this is going to be something at an institution where people are spied on. Their information is being taken. Okay, now I want to look at female athlete. What do we have for female athlete spirit for this weekend? We have downgrade alert again. Don't panic. I wonder if there's a female athlete that's going to be removed from a team, traded, perhaps some kind of something where she doesn't win, or maybe there's a woman, a female athlete who's expected to win something, but she ends up not. I'm not really sure. I'm not the biggest sports person ever, you guys. And then we have prisoner. Flight path travel. Is this Ghislaine getting out of prison, you guys, or getting her sentence commuted? I want to know what the energy is around Ghislaine Maxwell and a potential either pardon or commutation of her sentence. High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about higher knowing, being connected. I feel like this is a spirit signaling to me that we're right on the money as far as what this idea of her perhaps getting pardoned. The Four of Pentacles reversed is about trying to hold on very tightly. This is being, it's obstacles, but it's also holding on really, really tightly to something. There's going to be obstacles facing this. I'm not sure if we're going to see it this weekend, but I'm wondering if there's things that are going on behind the scenes. The energy that we're coming from, that's too many cards. Can we get one card, please, Spirit? That's too many. Well, we're going to take the top one. The energy that we're coming from is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is being very dissatisfied with your situation. Ghislaine is clearly dissatisfied with where she is. Now, this is like I'm offering you a deal. I don't really want to take that deal. There's things going on behind the scenes where either she's being forced, I think she's probably being forced into, this is what you're going to say, this is what you're going to do, and if you do that, we're going to let you out. She's not wild about it, but she also wants out. The energy of where she's going is the Emperor reverse. This is the president. This is the leader. The Emperor, when it's in its reverse energy, is being passive. So Trump might be passive for a while before pardoning her, but this is also like coup d'etat energy. So I'm wondering if it's like he doesn't even have to worry about it because everything is going to come out anyway. The overall arching energy of the weekend when it comes to Ghislaine and this pardon is the Two of Pentacles reversed. This is about having a lot of ego and a lot of pride. It's being off course, not doing things in an ethical way, trying to find balance and needing to make a decision, quite honestly. And what we don't see coming, or the underlying energy or issue here, the underlying challenge, is the Knight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands reversed is hesitation. It can be miscommunication. So I think that they're trying to push things through, but I just think it's going to, there's things happening this weekend, but I don't think we're going to see a decision that's made. We could, because, you know, time is fluid and things change, but the energy is the Six of Cups, you guys. This is the MAGA card. We get it all the time. So the energy is like Trump, his group. What can they do? This is a lot of infighting with MAGA. Some people want the files released. Some people don't want the files released because they want to protect Trump. This is working hard to keep things the way that it is. We're going to work really hard to just sort of brush everything under the rug and But this is also Ghislaine working really, really hard towards getting herself out of prison. Hopes or fears, the Queen of Wands. The fear is that she's going to get out and have this Queen of Wands energy, right? And final outcome for Ghislaine for this situation this weekend is news coming in, and news coming in fast. We might hear something, you guys. We very well might hear something this weekend when it comes to Ghislaine. Okay, let's move these out of the way, and I want to look at Big Pharma. What can we know about Big Pharma for this weekend? Cognitive disruption, shift in thinking. So a change in how we are looking at something. Maybe we thought something was going to be good, but now there's a question about it. We have social control again, and we have state of emergency again. So this is interesting energy around Big Pharma. I wonder if they're going to find something. Part of me wonders if this is Tylenol, but the other part of me is like, I wonder if this is just something else. This could be talking about different, the shots, the different vaccines. Interesting. Okay, so I want to pull this out of the way, and we're going to pull this out of the way, and then I want to look at Trump's energy for this weekend because he is spiraling out of control. Some people have predicted that he's going to resign, which is just, I don't know. I don't think he'll resign this fast. I think, unless he's forced to, I think it's going to take a little bit longer. I think he's going to try to hold on as long as he can. So what is the energy for Trump this weekend, please, Spirit? Fighting. So there's infighting going on. They're like, I think that they're starting to tell him, you need to go. This is a card of strong opposition, people not being on your side, rivalry, someone wanting your job. The challenge that he faces this weekend is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, we have been getting that Trump's downfall is going to come from the feminine. And there is going to be a Queen of Wands who's challenging him this weekend. And I'm wondering if it isn't part of that interview that he did with Laura Ingraham, because he made those comments about how there wasn't talent in the US, and that didn't go over well with the MAGA base. So that could be his challenge he's facing, is the things that he said during that interview. The energy he's coming from is the Two of Pentacles reversed. The Two of Pentacles reversed is, again, it's that card of ego, ego getting in the way. It's also a card of like ego and pride. And it can also talk about being off course. So his ego and his pride are what is getting in the way and keeping him where he is. The energy of where he's going is the Nine of Wands. So this is standing tall even after a battle. So I do not see him resigning this weekend, because this is like, I've taken a beating, but I'm still in the game. So he's still holding on. The overarching theme or goal of this weekend for Trump is the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is working on your craft. What is his craft? It's basically like doing truth social posts all day, trying to discredit people, but really he just ends up incriminating himself. So that's what we're going to see a lot of this weekend. A lot of him trying to dig himself out, thinking he's doing a good job, and he's not. The energy, what we don't see coming, or the energy that is, underneath, is the Eight of Swords. He is becoming more and more restricted. I'm wondering if people are going to start taking his access to like Truth Social away, or just like minimizing. This is not being able to talk to the press and hating every second of it. This is people putting restrictions on him. They're finally like, okay, you need to stop. And he does not like that. The energy is the Three of Swords. Yeah, he does not like this. He knows the end is near, and he is not happy. He is trying so desperately to hold on. His environment this weekend is the Chariot reversed, not going anywhere. He may have had plans to go somewhere and they've been canceled. This is staying put. We also might not see him for a while. Hopes or fears? news coming in about Epstein, something to incriminate him. And final outcome for Trump for this weekend is the sun reversed, you guys. This is the president card. This is things being done in the dark. This is the lights going out on you. This is also a card of disorientation. So we're going to continue to see him disoriented. We're going to continue to see that cognitive decline. Okay. All right, you guys. So let's do an oracle card. Let's change this energy around. Okay. Oops, I'm throwing everything. All right. So we have the ancient stones oracle that I want to use today. So Spirit, what message do you have for us for this weekend? What should we know? What energy, what message do you have for us, Spirit, for this weekend? Okay, I'm going to take the top one. The Edge. Take a chance, do something different. Okay, so let's see what this says. It says, there are few places more exhilarating than where stone meets sea at the edge of a coastal cliff. Below you, the water is lapping before you, the sun is rising or setting on the horizon, and around you, a wild wind may be blowing. All the elements are there as you stand on the edge of something and at the beginning of something too, something new. The vast horizon encourages us to see things from a different point of view. It whispers promises of new possibilities, of being and trying something new, of leaping into the void of what might be. However, what might be cannot be dreamed into without first releasing the certainty of what once was, of gathering up our courage to try something new. The Edge card is a symbol of truly living, of finding the courage to be bold and leap. It beckons us to be brave, to have no regrets, to take a chance and do something unexpected, to try doing something different, to step out into the unknown. Maybe you feel that a change is coming, or perhaps you're feeling restless, yearning for something new. Maybe you're frustrated or bored with the status quo and long to truly live. This card encourages you to stretch out of your comfort zone, go beyond your normal, and do something you've never done before, to dive into the unknown. So this weekend, everyone, I want you to go out and do something unexpected, something brave, something that you might not have done before, like go to a yoga class where you don't know anyone, or go sit in a cafe by yourself and read a book, or introduce yourself to someone that you've been wanting to meet. Something bold, something brave. Let me know in the comment section down below what you are going to do this weekend that is bold and brave, okay? All right, you guys, if you're still with me, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free and a fantastic way to help out my channel. If you would like to take your support of my channel one step further, you can become a member. It is 99 cents a month, and members get access to member-exclusive content. The information to join is in the description box down below. Just click where it says more. It will expand. And in there, there's all kinds of good stuff, including the link to my website. My website is where I list all of the different cards I use, as well as it's a secure portal for booking tarot readings with me. So if you've ever wanted to have a live reading with me, I do that. I also do recorded readings. So be sure that you're paying attention to what you're purchasing when you are checking out. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I flip cards, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.